Hey YouTube, I'm going to do a quick review on my collection of C3 Craftsman tools today. I'm not going to spend too much time on any of them. If you guys want to know more about any of them, just comment or send me a message and I'll do an in-depth review on that one that you want to know about. Alright, so I'm going to start over here. This is the Fluorescent Light Craftsman makes. I got this in a kit. It came with 3 other tools and two NiCad batteries, I think. It's nice. I mean, it's fragile. I know a lot of people that have dropped them from not very high and broken the bulbs inside. And it's bulky. And it doesn't really, I mean, there's no real way to guide the light. It sort of just illuminates everywhere. So when you need to focus the light on one spot, it can be a pain. It's not my favorite tool, but it came in the kit, so it does the job. This was my first drill, my first compact drill. I was building a deck, and I needed a quick drill, and this did the job. I do not like this drill. This is the 1/2-inch compact drill driver. It came in a combo set with a charger and a lithium-ion battery. Don't buy this drill. The chuck is terrible. Let me see if I can let me see what I can do to show you. Yeah, if you see in there along the flat spot of the teeth, you can see there's a little ridge that always screws up your bit. Always. It is impossible to get the bit to sit right in there. I do not like this drill for that reason. That's why I replaced it with a different drill. This is just a circular saw. They call it a trim saw. It's not. It's a circular saw. It's nice. I mean, I've used it a few times. It's not. It came in that same set as the light. It's not why I bought the set, but you know, for what it was, the set was like $180. Totally worth it. It comes in handy, you know. Certain projects you wouldn't expect to have to use it. It comes in handy, and it comes with the little square there. This is probably one of my most used tools. This is the impact driver, not the impact gun. But I did put 3/8 inch head there to use it as an impact gun. I race go-karts. This comes in handy all the time when you gotta pull into the pits, take tires off fast, zip them on back on. It's a nice tool. I love this. It doesn't have quite as much power as the DeWalt, but I didn't need as much power as the DeWalt, and I love people that compare Craftsman to DeWalt because you're comparing Honda Civics to Lamborghinis. I mean, it's all about what you want to spend. Of course the DeWalt is better than the Craftsman. That's no doubt. It's no comparison. But look at the price tags. You know, this is for the Craftsman set is for your budget, your man on a budget. It's got to work on stuff and can't afford to drop $400 on a drill. This is by far my most used tool. It's very cheap. I think it was like $25. It's just a radio, and yeah, it's not like the DeWalt radio. It doesn't plug into the wall. You can't charge a battery on it, but it does the job. It runs probably on a full charge 6 hours, and I love the auxiliary port. This is one of my favorite tools. Here I have. This is strictly a NiCad, a NiCad charger. This is what they call a multi-chemical charger. It can charge lithium-ion and NiCad batteries. On my wish list right now, I think is really only their 4-port charging station that can charge both NiCad and lithium-ion, and some more lithium-ion batteries, because I notice a definite difference when I'm working with my tools with the NiCad batteries. After a while, they're not quite dead, but they just don't finish. They don't finish strong. Whereas with the lithium ion, they finish strong. They're dead when they're dead, but up until the end, they're strong. And I like the indicator light on the lithium-ion batteries. That's handy. Let you know how much charge you have left. This is my reciprocating saw. This came in that 4-tool set, and this is why I bought this set. I needed a saw. I was building some tree stands. I didn't have one, so I went out to buy one, and they had that set for 180 bucks with the circular saw, the light, and another drill that I'll show you in a minute. And I just couldn't pass it up. I was like, that's a deal. I'm buying it. It came with 2 NiCads and a charger, and yeah, that's what I'm buying. So this is why I bought it. I haven't had any problems with the blade coming out or anything like that. It's a nice saw. I really like the saw. It comes with 2 blades, I think. It comes with a metal and a wood blade. This is another tool that I use quite often. This is my tire inflator. They claim, I think, 125 PSI out of this. I don't know about that, but this is one of them tools that I use while I race go-karts, and this is awesome. This comes in handy. I couldn't even explain. We have all these guys that bring out their air balls, you know, their 20, 30 pound air balls, and they drag them to their freaking go-kart and fill up their tires and have to put them back. This is so handy. You know, it weighs like maybe 4 pounds with the battery in. You just fill it up. The only thing I can say is do not trust the air gauge. The air gauge is not right. It has a powered air gauge on it, and you can preset to fill to a certain PSI. You can preset to, you know, I run 4s and 3s on mine, on my go-kart. 4 on one side, 3 on the other. So I can preset to 4 PSI, and it's got a lock right here. And I can lock it, walk away from it, and come back, and it'll fill to that 4 PSI, but it'll fill to what it thinks is 4 PSI, and it's not right. I've checked it with multiple air gauges, and it's never correct. This is just some of the things they give you with that inflator. I actually have 2 of everything. I was going home after the races, and the latch on my trailer door broke, and my trailer opened, and the inflator came out and smashed the ground, and this nose piece here, this piece that holds the hose, that broke off. It's plastic under there. It just broke right off. And I called Craftsman, and I sent them the broken tool. They sent me a $50 gift card. Well, in the midst of that, I needed another inflator, so I went out and bought one. It was about 47 bucks plus tax. So I bought a new inflator, and they sent me the gift card, so I just used my gift card on 2 other tools that I'll show you in a minute. So I should have 2 attachments, 2 of the same attachments for those. This is the 4th tool in that tool set. This is my favorite drill. It's the only one I'll use. I generally leave that one home. I mean, if I'm working on something, I need 2 drills, you know, I'm gonna have somebody help me build something, that's the one that I'll give to somebody else. They can deal with that stupid ass chuck. But this one, it's got some teeth, but it doesn't have a, you can't really see it. It doesn't have a ridge like that one does. So it doesn't really mess up your bit when you put it in. Other than that, it's just a, you know, your typical drill. It doesn't have the light. I mean, that's one thing I can say about that, is it's got a little work light on it right there, and that's pretty handy. This one does not, but I can make do. Now, these are the 2 tools that I bought with my gift card from the broken inflator. I bought this little hand vacuum, which I just got these yesterday, and I've used this quite a bit already. I vacuum my truck and stuff. Suction power is okay. I found myself having to clean out the filter. Let me see if I can show you. Clean out the filter a little bit every 15 or 20 minutes, because hair and shit would get stuck in there, and it didn't perform as well as it was when it was clean. Now in here, this is my only problem with this little hand vacuum. That piece right there is what stops dust and stuff from rolling out the vent and, you know, going back into whatever you're vacuuming. That is like a very thin rubber, and what it is, the suction power just pulls that out of the way and sucks shit in, and then when you turn it off, the suction power stops, that drops back down, it doesn't let anything out. That's going to be the first thing to break. I guarantee it. I was looking online, I couldn't find any replacements, although I'm sure that there are, but I guarantee that's the first thing to pull off, because there's not much holding them tabs on to. Alright, so for whatever reason my camera turned off. I think I was just talking about the tab inside the vacuum and how that will be the first thing to break on this vacuum. I'm already preparing myself for that. This is the light that I bought to replace the fluorescent light because, like I said, you cannot direct the light with the fluorescent light. So, I mean, it's bright, but it's only useful in certain situations. Sometimes you really need to direct the light at a certain spot. And that's where this comes in handy. This is, I think this costed like 25 bucks, no battery. It was LED work light. It's got the hook, you can hook it on things. This is very, very bright. I like this light. I used it last night. I just bought this and the vacuum yesterday. I used this light last night. It's crazy. It's got this 180-degree swiveling head. You can direct it. You know, I don't see how that's too useful, but maybe. And I don't know why it would angle this way, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. At this point, I've got most of the useful tools. I do want the impact gun. I want, I believe I saw Craftsman made a 1/2-inch impact gun, and if that's the case, I definitely want one of those. They make a 3/8-inch impact gun, I know that. I'm probably going to end up with one of those. I know they make their, you know, their battery-powered chainsaw, their battery-powered weed whacker, you know, and do they make a leaf blower? I'm not sure. I'd like to get all of the tools, but first I'm going to get that charging station and a couple more lithium-ion batteries. My goal is to have a battery for each tool, but I don't know. We'll see how that works. Batteries are not cheap. They give you they give me a tool bag with the 4-tool set. They give me a tool bag with my drill, charger, and lithium-ion battery combo. But it's not really enough for me. I need a bigger bag, or I need another bag. I use that smaller bag basically for the chargers and the 4 batteries, and that's filled. And before I bought the vacuum and the light, I would try to stuff all my tools into that bag, and it didn't work out always, so I'm gonna need another bag. I have this small Husky bag here that I was using, but again, it's small. You can't really fit much in there. So, and who wants to lug 3 bags around when you go places? Not me. But yeah, that's it. Comment, rate, like, whatever you guys say when you make YouTube videos. Again, if there's anything you want more specific information on, just let me know. I have no problem. I'll make an in-depth video. I'll give you all the specs. I'll even test it out. You know, I'll use the drills. I'll do something with the tools. So, if there's anything more you want to see, let me know. Any suggestions or any you think of any tools that I don't have that I haven't mentioned that I want? Let me know, because I spend a lot of money on tools. I love tools. But all right, guys. Bye.
But there's nothing wrong with a hard hat and a hammer. Kind of glue and sticks this world together. Hands of steel and cradle of the promised land. God bless the working man.